The wonder called sleep. Our body and brain recover from fatigue after a good sleep. We dream while sleeping, but we do not always remember our dreams. During sleep, our heartbeat becomes slower and our temperature and blood pressure go down. We know enough about what sleep is. Though we don't know what exactly causes sleep, sleep is a state of rest, an unconscious rest. When we sleep, our body recovers from fatigue caused by the day's activities. After a good sleep and the rest that it gives, we become alert and active again, ready for the normal activities of the day. We generally know what sleep is, but we don't know what causes us to sleep. Sleep is a state of rest in an unconscious state. Our day's activity causes tiredness. A good sleep provides rest to our body and mind. We become alert and active for our regular routine. When we wake up in the morning, it is not always possible for us to remember what happened when we were asleep. We may remember a dream, but the rest of our sleep was a kind of darkness in which nothing seems to have taken place. Several things happen to our body while we are sleeping. As we sink deeper into sleep, our muscles relax more and more. Our heartbeat becomes slower. Our temperature and blood pressure go down. The ever-active brain also slows down so that we can't think or act consciously, but we dream. Many things happen to us during sleep. When we wake up in the morning, it is not possible for us to remember all the incidents which happened in our dream. We may remember few things, but our sleep is a kind of darkness in which nothing takes place. You must know that while we sleep, several things happen. As we have a deep sleep, our muscles get relaxed. Our heartbeat becomes slower, our temperature and blood pressure goes down. Our brain also slows down and we won't be able to act consciously. But the only thing that happens is we dream. When we wake up, our temperature and blood pressure rise to normal. Our heartbeat and breathing also become normal and we are fully awake and have forgotten most, if not all, the dreams that we had while sleeping. A dream is an activity of the mind when we are asleep. Dreams help us sleep through noise and other disturbances. Dreams may reveal something about one's problems, but they cannot tell the future. When we wake up, our body temperature, heartbeat and breathing becomes normal for our regular activities. The dreams which we have dreamt will partially be in our mind. What is a dream? It is an activity of the mind that takes place when we are asleep. Some dreams are probable while others are not. That only means that many of the things that happen in dreams could happen when we are awake. Others could not. Dreams seem to be important for several reasons. One is that a dream can help us to sleep through noise or other disturbances. For example, the alarm clock rings, but a mind causes us to dream that the telephone or doorbell is ringing and that we are awake and answering it. Now, let us see what is dream. Dream is an action of the mind that takes place when we are asleep. Some dreams are likely to happen, others may not happen. Dreams seem to be very important because it enables us to sleep even through noisy disturbances. Certain doctors have found that one's dreams often reveal a great deal about one's problems and that, if understood correctly, they can provide a key to the solution of those problems. But we must remember one thing. Dreams cannot be used as a way to tell the future. They simply can never tell the future. Sleep is the most common experience, but how many of us really think about the wonder and power of sleep? Many poets have written beautiful poems about sleep. Here is one in which the poet is describing the experience of falling asleep. Read it aloud. Certain doctors have found that one's dream reveals one's problem. They sometimes can also provide a solution for the problem. But one point must be noted. Dreams cannot be used to predict the future. Sleep is common. Sleep has wonderful powers. It transports us into a strange land. We forget even our near and dear ones. Sleep is the sweetest and most common experience. So it is rightly called a wonder. Now let's read the poem aloud. Lights out! I have come to the borders of sleep, the unfathomable deep. Forest where all must lose their way, however straight, or winding soon or late, they cannot choose. There is not any book or face of dearest look that I would not turn from now to go into the unknown. I must enter and leave alone, I know not how. By Edward Thomas. Now, let me explain the above lines of the poem. The poem is about sleep or perhaps about death. The poet says that sleep is like an unfathomable deep forest where all must lose their way because they cannot choose. Sleep cannot be postponed whether it is day or night. Nobody can deceive it. He declares sleep such a jungle where love, despair, ambition, all pleasure and all trouble end. This is such a moment in which man unwillingly diverts from the dearest book or most beloved face. The fact is that sleep is strange valley about which we know nothing.